The reason retail workers have the type of jobs that they have, honestly, is because they're not that smart and they're not hardworking people. If they were hardworking, they would have applied themselves more in school and gotten like a real job, like a regular person. But they didn't. So now you work in retail. You work for the people. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Every time I go into a retail place, it's like everyone's so miserable, especially at the pharmacy. They act like I'm the problem. Like, waiting on me is like such a chore.
If you're one of those people who job shame, you're lame as and you should be embarrassed. I don't give a if they're 45 years old, they work at Burger King or Taco Bell or whatever the hell they do, janitor. It doesn't matter. You're lame as if you hate on someone who is just minding their own business, trying to get some food in their mouth and a roof over their head, and you talk on it, you're fucking lame. You're not better than anyone. I don't give a who you think you are. I don't give a how much money you make. I don't give a how big your house is. I don't give a what kind of car you drive or what kind of jewelry you have. You are not better than the next man. You're fucking lame if you do that, and you should be ashamed of yourself, and your parents should have done better.
I seen somebody that I knew at McDonald's. I knew him from high school, and he was working the drive-thru. So I went through the drive-thru to get my food. I seen him. He came to the drive-thru. I was like, "Oh, what's up, bro? How you doing?" Nigga get to hiding his face and shit. I'm like,
ashamed.
Why you hiding your face, bro? Like, I know who you is, you know? I'm thinking he playing at first, but he like dead serious. So he ended up pulling his shirt back down, and he ended up like telling me like, "Oh yeah, bro, I've been straight, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just working this job because of such and such, and right?" So basically, right after he pulled the shirt down, he got to explaining himself why I see him working the drive-thru at McDonald's. And I'm sitting there thinking like, you really explaining yourself because you working a job where you getting money to do what you got to do to make ends meet, to take care of the things that you need. Never feel ashamed of that. I don't give a where you work at. What, like, it really came to this, nigga. We come from being homeless. Like, it don't matter where you work at. You get into it, you trying, you making it happen. There's some people that can't get a job, that is not even trying to get a job, and you had to drive through, getting it in, grinding. Right. What is there to be ashamed about?
Right.
Really hit his face. Real deal hit his face. I'm thinking he playing dead serious. He really not trying to be seen. Like, bro, don't ever feel ashamed. Like, I'm proud of anybody that I see, no matter where the f go. Nigga, a job is a job. I remember I was so down bad on my boy. Like, what, nigga? But don't ever feel ashamed because you get into it, boy. It don't matter what the f you doing. On God.
Y'all, social media really done messed up the real world. Because why is it that if you come across a video nowadays where some brothers working an honest job, flipping burgers,
right,
mopping the floors, contributing to society, why is it that you have a bunch of reject NPC mongrels in the comments saying, "Oh, bro working a job, bro at Mickey D's, bro doing this"? At least he's getting to the paper, bro. A piece of bread is better than no bread.
Right.
Right? You getting to the paper and doing it legally. And mind you, we are in an economic crisis, y'all. Not everyone can be a streamer. Not everyone can be a rapper. Not everyone can be a dancer. Not everyone can be a bunch of these different things that look all elaborate on social media. We need people to work. I am so tired of you job shamers, man. What is wrong with working a job?
Nothing.
I mean, trust me, I used to do it and I hated it, bro. I hate those jobs, but we need to do them, yo. I would much rather somebody work a job and flip patties at McDonald's for $19 an hour than sell crack and make something else.
Whole facts.
Really?
Big
Get
facts.
it together, bro. I'm serious. If anybody in this comment section, anybody that's watching this video, ever feels ashamed for working a job, don't let no NPC degenerate bot on the internet make you feel different about yourself.
Right.
Look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I'm an honest contributing man in this society. I'm doing good things for the world. I'm working, I'm providing for myself, I'm doing it in a legal way, and I'm staying out the way. These bots.
Right.
And I really want y'all to stop making fun of people who have certain jobs because they're not jobs that you want to do, because this economy is hard. And if you can find a job in today's economy, I think that is rewarding. And I think that deserves to be celebrated. Stop shaming people.
It's not
we
easy
are all
right
trying
now.
to make it.
Right.
Don't you ever in your life make fun of someone's job occupation. Because you got to understand the game of life. You have to be appreciative of the small things. You have to be appreciative of the lower paying job. So that way, when you start earning your stripes, you're going to get promoted or you're going to become something you never thought of. Over a decade ago, I was over there working at Office Max. Now I am a successful entrepreneur. I use the skills that I learned from sales, working at Office Max, working at AT&T to start my own stuff. Now I'm a I guess I like to say I'm doing pretty well in life, right? I got made fun of for my job before, right there at Office Max. Dude was so mad. He said, that's why you work at Office Max. I said, okay. So
Right.
what, punk? I'm 17 years old. Don't let that shit phase you. Doesn't matter where you start, man. It's all about how you finish. And if you ain't finishing strong, you need to change your mental game up. A strong mental allows you to push further than the finish line. If the finish line is 5 yards away, you need to be running and sprinting 15 yards away. I'm past the finish line. You get what I'm saying? Don't piss me off. You know I got ADHD.
Yo, I do not with job shaming. Like, what be wrong with some of y'all to the fact where you think you can talk down or look down on somebody because they work fast food or they do OnlyFans or they strip? Like, we live in a world where niggas is really just trying to make it. You don't know what somebody may have going on, kids, bills. Not everybody has a backup plan or anybody they can call on when it's rough. People is really getting it out the mud. Period. Like, some of y'all really do need to be stripped of everything that you have with kids, thrown out into the streets to fend for your self and just to see how it feels. And you'll never fix your mouth to talk about anybody else's hustle, struggle, or any of that. The only thing somebody should be shameful of is not working or not having some type of hustle, like getting off your ass, not looking for a handout. That's the type of shit I applaud. I would never job shame somebody. I don't know what the fuck be wrong with y'all.
One day a student told me my mom said I should always do my best in school and be successful so I don't have to be a janitor. Now granted, the student was in kindergarten and he was just repeating what his mom had told him, but parents, that's something y'all have to be mindful of. Like, when you job shame in front of your child, that's sending your child the wrong message, because at the end of the day, a job is a job, and majority of jobs out there, no matter what it is, no matter what the title, they directly or indirectly help other jobs out. Like, put it to perspective. Let's say you have a school custodian. Do you know what all custodians do in schools? They keep schools clean, they keep the operations running. If your child has a clean bathroom to go to with toilet paper and soap and paper towels, who do you thank for that? The custodian. So as a parent, you should always be mindful of what you tell your child. And I understand that could have been a situation where the parent meant to say a certain thing, it just didn't come out right. I get that, because there was also a time where I've seen students spill something on the ground, whether it was some paper, whether it was their lunch, and they just stood there and looked at it and didn't pick it up. One student even said to me, oh, well, can the custodian get it? And I'm just like, no, the custodian is not going to pick up paper after you. We're not doing that. We're not making the custodian's job harder than it needs to be, especially with some paper. And that was a little lesson I had with my students, respecting other people in their jobs. And then we came up with so many examples of different jobs. This job can help out this job. This job helps out this job this way. Again, parents, that's something where you need to A, teach your child to respect other people's jobs, and B, independence and responsibility. Like, when your child gets into kindergarten, they shouldn't be saying, oh, well, the custodian can do it. No, you need to teach them that, because I can easily tell, any teacher can easily tell the child who gets babied at home, their parents do everything for them, because like I said, they'll drop something on the floor and just look at it. 5-year-old kid, they're old enough to pick up their own stuff and be responsible for their own stuff. Teach your children to be respectful of other people's jobs, no matter what it is. Server, custodian, lawyer, doctor. Respect all jobs. Job shaming, we're not doing that.
Hey, I used to work in food service, and I would get like people that I work, I seen in high school, and I'm in my mid-20s at this time. My first job, I worked for Target, but I'm in my mid-20s, and you'll see people or whatever, and they give you a funny look or whatever, this and that and the third, right? Them not knowing, because their public information is all on Facebook, and where they work and what they do. Yeah, I work in food service, but I'm a team lead, and I make $16.50 an hour, and you only make $9. You see what I'm saying? Like I make $16.50 to do nothing, like to just monitor and watch everybody else and count the drawers at the end of the evening, right? So job shaming to me has always been a weirdo. It's always been a weirdo thing. The only way I can see that actually being a thing is if you got like this drama-filled individual that's always talking about somebody, and you got certain people that just always talking down on people, but then those be the same people that be holding those type of jobs that they're shaming at the same time. That's the only time I see you giving it back to them. I wouldn't even stoop to that level. I wouldn't even acknowledge it. You feel me? But it's nothing wrong with having a job. Me, I think obviously there's certain jobs within respect that I wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Selling yourself or anything like that, I'll never respect that, but I understand. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I'll say this though, when we talk about like, the guy at the end, he used a perfect example about like custodians and stuff like that. My older cousin was a custodian and still is a custodian. She's been a custodian for the last like 30 years, right? Her being a custodian for this private school. She was a custodian for this private school for 20 plus years. And check this out. She was able to put 3 of her boys through private school. That same private school, they all have great educations and college degrees now from being a custodian, literally. So don't let it fool you. Like, custodians make decent money, okay? And, you know, when I used to be, you know, when I worked in food service or whatever, and, you know, we would have times, you know, you have dining room duty where you got to go out there, you got to wipe the tables off, you know, sweep up food, restock the napkins and the straws, stuff like that. I'll say more often than not, and I ran into this more with white people than I did with anybody else, bro. You know, where they felt like you were there to serve them. You know what I'm saying? Like would literally leave a table full of food. Just leave it. Like they're supposed to throw their own stuff in the garbage. My job is, after you leave, is to wipe the table off of anything sticky, sanitize, sanitizing the table and stuff like that for the next guest. My job is to not clean up after you. And I remember one day, I was helping out one of my team members. I was helping out one of the team members, and these people, like, they used to do weird stuff, like come and join 3 big tables together, which you're not supposed to do. If you wanted that, you gotta, buy a separate room, for your family, but people used to try to be cheap. So they'll just join the tables together, which you're not supposed to do. Had a whole birthday party there, which you're not supposed to do again. But my manager was so lax days ago, he didn't care. And they left everything there. Like, it was nasty. Cake smeared everywhere underneath, And, I come over, because we got to start separating the tables. Now they done got up. So one of the ladies came back, and a kid came back, and he's actually, the kid is trying to pick up, like, his pizza that he dropped on the floor and this and that and the third. Right. So I'm moving around the young man, and I hear the woman, she's like, let's go. White lady, let's go. And he's like, Mom, I'm trying to pick up. He's like, no, that's his job. His job is to clean that up, not you. I said, my job ain't to clean up after nobody. My job is to clean the table and the floors. My job is to not clean up after you. You feel me? And I don't know why people feel as if just because people work in servicing jobs, food service, custodial jobs, stuff where you're serving people, like, you can talk to them like that. You can treat them as they're beneath you. You know what I'm saying? It's wicked work to me. I never understand that. And in high school too, make this story short, man. High school, my grandmother was the lunch lady, right? When I first started, the people like, oh, I'm like, oh, that's my grandma. So people say, his grandma working. Okay. Yeah, my grandma worked in the lunchroom. Yeah, my grandma's the lunch lady. My grandma's the lunch lady that serves the food. My grandma's the lunch lady that on pizza day, I had 6 slices of pizza. I had a stack of cookies, which were 2 for $1. I had about $12 worth of cookies, 2 bags of chips, ice cream every single day. You understand? So you laughing. It went from laughing and kiki, because I'm a person, you can't shame me. It went from laughing to kiki, and hey, can your grandma give me some? Can I have some extra pizza? Hey, I'm his friend. I'm so-and-so's friend. Grandma, can you? Hey, grandma. Now it's that. You feel me? Job shaming people, especially how messed up this economy is. This is the worst economy we've ever had in our lifetime. Have a job, pay for what you need to pay for, and do what you need to do. Stop trying to follow the Joneses and keep up with the Joneses, because all these people is BS, and it's hard to afford a decent living. Job shaming is whack. If you are a person that job shames, you're garbage. And if you've ever been job shamed, leave your comment below. For real. I want to know your experience about it. I want to read it. Having that man to duck and hide himself, and, like he said, went on to explain that, he's only here for, why are you explaining yourself, bro? A job is a job. As long as you're not shaming other people in fast food jobs, it doesn't matter if it's fast food. I don't care if you get paid to walk dogs and pick up poop all day. A job is a job, bro. Never be ashamed of employment. Never. It does not matter. As long as you can feed yourself and take care of what you need to take care of, do not ever be ashamed of a job. Let me know what y'all think below, man. Ayo Bassel TV. Like, comment, share. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Peace.